All right, you guys, welcome back. It is the Mother Bubba. We are here with another video. This is y'all already know Sunday is weekly markups and all of the great things. So what we are going to do is we're going to actually mark up the trades for the week. We're going to look at the same ones I look at every week. We're going to look at gold, and we're also going to look at I did look at GJ, necessarily GCAD as well, because it definitely did great last week. So we're going to look at and see what it's going to partake in this week, and definitely try to figure out, see what we got going on. We're going to look at some news, see if we got some news coming up. So we're definitely going to be looking at some potential trades, potential news, what we got going on. Tomorrow is a holiday. It's a bank holiday. So no, the money's not going to be moving as much. But man, before you guys continue this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you like, put a thumbs up, all the great things that you need to do in order to get more content from this channel. And make sure you guys leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what you think. Let me know how I can change. But definitely, this is the Forex Mom. This is the Model Mother. Y'all check the video out. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Y'all make sure that you guys are checking out my channel. I'm going ahead and give me some promo in here. Definitely want to make sure that you guys are going to the Mother. This is me. This is all the videos that I have up. This is everything that I can show you as far as Forex. We talk about my family. We have everything. This is from mental health. This is from trading. This is from being a mom. This is from being a wife, all of the great things. So y'all make sure y'all go to this channel. And like I say, I'm going to say it again. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all the great things. And so this is me. Y'all check me out. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get into what we really came here for. And that's to look at some trading, some Forex, some market, what's going on in the market. Let's go ahead and share the screen, you guys, and so we can see exactly what we got going on. All right, there we go. So we are looking at GBP CAD. GBP CAD. So GBP CAD is up, and definitely we are looking, it's really sitting at a really weird zone. So the thing is, we are going from the top to the bottom. And so I've already marked up my chart. I don't really need to do too much more, you guys, because if you've been following me, you know that I do top down, and this is what I actually do. So I'm going to go ahead. I had marked up my weekly, so let me go ahead and do that right now. I like to go ahead and mark up the weekly. And right here as well. Got that weekly. All right. So of course you can see that it did definitely severely, like just crazy money, crazy pips, right? So let's go ahead and see. So I know that overall we are definitely looking at for this to, let's see what we got. It consolidated here. I think that GK overall we are looking at, it could drop, right? But of course, we know that right now it may not be able to do that because we have different zones that it probably will hit. And we can see exactly what we're going to look at from a lower time frame. So let's go ahead and let's look at the daily zone. And we see that it hit the daily, and we are right here again. The daily is marked up. Let's go to the 4 hour. All right, so now we're looking at it a little bit better. So right now we are sitting at a zone, and we are in between a 28 pip zone. And the reason how I got the 28 pips is because I used the Fibonacci tool. We'll go ahead and go down to the 1 hour. So how I came up with these different zones, as you guys can see, is that I actually looked at the 4 hour time frame. So what I did was I like to come over here and I just marked up. I used my Fibonacci tool retracement, and I actually just marked up my zones with my different percentages. So of course I have the 618, the 50%, and of course you guys can see it 30%, 23%. So the thing that I have to understand about this is this, right? In between the 38% and the 23%, of course, there are some areas that are consolidating, but this is the overall 4-hour trend, right? So we're looking at the 4-hour from the high to the low, and we have actually sit here and marked this up. So what I'm expecting GBPK to do is actually, it's right here in between the 28 pips. So I calculated my pips. I have 28 pips from where it's at. So it is currently sitting at a 30% zone. So since it's sitting at a 30%, I'm knowing that my candles have to pull back. They have to retrace. They have to retest. They have to do something, because the 30% is a strong zone. It's a zone that requires it to, do a lot of things, right? So I'm knowing that I'm at the 30% on the 4-hour. And so this is my 50%, and this is my 618. So in between each zone, this is a 38 pip zone, this is a 59 pip zone. I'm knowing that, hey, it has to actually come to the 50%. So if it comes to the 50%, then we know that there's going to be some type of reaction. But unfortunately, I don't trade off of the 4 hours. So I'm going to go down to a lower time frame, and that is where I'm going to actually take this off. And so now I'm going to go down to my 1 hour. And so this is now where I got my zones at first. All right. So now you guys can see where the zones are located at currently right now. All right. So the thing that we have to understand is that if my candles come through here, they have to break this red and blue zone, because this red and blue is consolidating. You guys can see how the candles are going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Of course, it's the 1 hour. And so what I'm wanting to do is actually come into this area. And if it comes into this area, I won't take the trade. I'm not a scalper. I don't really like to scalp, but it can potentially come into this area. But there's a lot of up and down. So what I'm looking for it to do is actually break through this 30% and go down to the 50 if we take it for the sale, because that is a 50 pip move that we could potentially take for the sale if it's going to break this yellow zone. But if it's going to go up for the buy, then we know that we have to break this 38%. And so from here to the 50%, it's going to be a 38 pip move. And then of course from the 50% to the 618, it's going to be 59 pip zone. So in between those zones, we definitely know that we have to mark up our support and resistance. And so I don't know where it's going to go. So I think that we are going to be a continuation up into the buy. But of course, this Sunday is 11 o'clock. So I'm not sure where the candles are going to go, what they're going to do. So we are just going to mark them up both ways. That way we can have kind of a determination where those candles may potentially go to, for the week, for this week, maybe by Thursday, of course, because tomorrow it is a holiday. And so we're not expecting too much of traffic in the market tomorrow, but we are expecting it to get back corrected, because this is the second week of the month. And so we're knowing that since it is the second week of the month, then the candles are actually correcting themselves, coming off of FNP. And so all of those great things. So definitely we're looking for GBK to go either or. Make sure we check the news. And I'm going to look at Forex Factory. I'm going to look at invest.com to see if there's any news going on this week, so we can kind of just, see what's happening. All right. So let's go ahead and let's go to the numero uno, my baby. Let's go ahead and look at gold, because I already actually had this marked up. And so what I'm going to do is, I don't really need to see what gold is going to do, because I pretty much know what it's going to do. Like, I pretty much know where it is, what's going on with gold. So I already had this marked up from last week. This is going to be my high on the weekly. I don't know, guys. I really don't know exactly where it's going to head to, but I'm very intrigued by gold right now because gold right now is at 1921. This is high. So we're knowing that the last time it has been here, I think you want to say it's been in 6 months. So it has not been here in quite some time. And right now we are sitting at this area. So we bypassed the 618 on the weekly. And so we have broken we've broken the 50% and we've broken the 618 on the weekly. So I don't know. We have to see after the zone. So let's go ahead and go down to the 4 hour. Let's go down to the 4 and take this off. Let's actually go down to the 1 hour and see what we got. All right. So now that we have this 1 hour, you guys can see this area. So now I'm going to actually mark up where the trend started on this. This is insane. Oh man, this is crazy. All right. So gold. So I would start my trend. I'm on the 1 hour. So this is not, let's see. We can start it from here. So let's see what we can do. It's been trending up for quite some time. So actually the trend started here. This is where the trend actually began. It's still not coming on?
It's on. It's just on my head moving.
All right. So let's look at, it's really too high up right here. All right, so let's look at gold and zoom out. So here we go. So now we see we are at 23%, 38, 50. There's no way that gold is not going to get back down here, you guys. Like, it's just not, I just can't see it happening because even within this area, this is our major zone on a higher time frame. This is your 23% on the 1 hour. I just don't see gold actually coming out of this area. If it does, it's going to only pull back to a certain support in between here. So let's go ahead and let's calculate between where our candles are from this zone to this zone. That is insane. That's 7,000 points, you guys. Like 7,000 points. That is a crazy, massive amount of pips, right? So I'm knowing that this area from here to here, that pullback is going to be insane. Like it's going to be insane if it actually comes here. But we have some consolidation sitting in this area right here. You guys can see it's really small, but I'm going to zoom in just a second. It's a lot of consolidation right here, as you can see, right up in here. I'm sorry. So there's actually the zone within the zone. All right. So even if we get this pullback retracement retest, we know that we have to stop here first. We have to come to this area before we come here. We just know that we have to do that. So that is a nice little drop. But let's go down to the 15-minute and let's do a better see what we have. So on the 15-minute, we have, let's go ahead and let's draw up a smaller fib on the 15-minute. I always do fibs within fibs, right? So here came right here. This is where the trend started. Let's go ahead. My cursor is over here. Now, we are at the 23%. So now let's go ahead and let's mark this 38% right here. Let's go ahead and do this 50. I'm gonna do a green 50. And it's hard to do the green 50 because I'm gonna do it in black. Well, you know what? I need a color that's not zoned up. So actually, I'm going to say this is the 50%. And so we are at the 38%. So right now, gold is sitting right here at the 23% on the 15-minute hitting this. So we do have some candles. So if it does break this, it can break it and come down. But I'm not expecting gold to do that. So if I put on my moving averages, let's see. Yeah. So we have that 50 EMA sitting right here. So we have our 50 moving average sitting right here, of course, that we already know that that is going to actually give us reason not to continue. So if it breaks this 50, and if it breaks this, then you have the 30%. If it breaks at 30%, then of course you have your 50. If it breaks at 50%, then we know on the 15-minute, we can take it down to our 200. And that's going to be around between the 618 and the 70%. So once it breaks at 50%, it's breaking the middle of that trade, right? And so the consolidation is way down here. We're not really worried about it reaching down here yet, but we need it to break here if we wanted to do whatever it wants to do. But the dollar is still going up. This dollar is going down. And so that's allowing us to know that gold is going to continue to rise. So tomorrow, once again, it is a holiday, so I'm not expecting it to do anything, but I am really, really ready for it to be marked up so I can take the trade on Tuesday, because I know that once we come off a holiday, one thing gold does is tonight it might make some kind of move, pullback retracement before the market open, and then of course on Tuesday, once the bank open back up on Tuesday morning, just be prepared, just get ready. It's going to definitely make some moves. So that would be interesting to see how gold is going to play out this week. Like I say, right now it's at 1921. It can definitely come back down to this 38% or this 50. But I'm ready for it to, I really would like for it to come back down, because I know that, hey, it's reached this high and it hasn't been here in quite some time, in like 6 months, 7 months. So it's interesting to see if gold actually will get ready for the sale. But we know that has the determination for that is really going to be about the dollar and everything else. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it's gonna play out this week. You definitely can catch some scalps in between. We know how gold moves. It's good to scalp, it's good to look at. But if you are like me and you really want the overall trend and you really want the big move, even though I don't try to catch all of the points, I really would like the big move. If it breaks this particular area and it continues on down, this is going to be my 30%. That is a nice move, you guys. Like, that is a big, big move. That is 497 points. So that's roughly about 50 pips that we can catch from here to here. And we know the validity in the pairs in the market. But of course, once again, it's not going to be too much going on tonight, tomorrow. Just this is a preparation for the week. This is to say, hey, we got to know where you're going. If you're going to go up, if you're going to go down, if you're going to go up, if you're going to go down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to also mark up the 618 too as well. So we can see that color. All right. So now that we have all of that marked up, if you take off your fib and let's see, let's go to the hour. Now you can really see what you really need to look at from, let's go to the weekly. So there we go. So now we're sitting here, top of this trend, and then guess what? Now we can either continue, because if we continue and we go up, you guys, this is going to be insane if it does that, which is a great possibility because right here is going to be the next actual zone. Which is going to be insane. All right, so we got these zones marked up. They are here, they are there. It's going to be marked up like if it breaks this, like it has to break that, but that's a lot of breaking. That's a lot of breaking. So gold's gonna do that. We don't know where it's going to move to. We don't know where it's gonna go. GK, you guys saw, broke it down, had the pip zones. So we can see exactly what that's going to do for this upcoming week. I don't really look at too many other pairs. I really stick with those two. I also look at USD CAD. I'm not really seeing what USD CAD is going to do because I know I marked it up last week, but I'm going to focus on GK and I'm going to focus on gold this week. Definitely, we're going to look at NAS 100. We're going to see what NAS is going to do. I don't really too much like fooling with NAS like that. But for the people that want to see it, for the people in the back, let's see. So right now, let's go ahead and let's mark up that. Let's do this Fibonacci. There we go. So we see that this is your 23%. Of course, it's your 38%. This is your 50%. So of course, we know NAS would have to break through here in order for us to take it up to that first zone, which would be 30%. But right here, we have a reaction. It could do a buy up until this area right here. We have hit a low on the weekly. Is this the weekly chart? Yes, so this is the weekly. It actually hit a low. Let's go to the daily. So yeah, it's hit the daily low as well. And so we know that's a reversal. We know that's coming. Of course, it bought up last week. It did an amazing job buying up all the way up until Friday. And so now we are just kind of sitting at an area and seeing exactly what we're going to be doing next. So now that we see how we're on the 15-minute, we just are consolidating. We're sitting here, just trying to figure out where our next move is going to be. And let's see what we got. It's just going to go up, 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 and away, right? So we got to let it break this area. If it's going to break it, retest it. And of course, we're going to continue to the upside. But right now, you guys, NAS is really just sitting in this area. So I'm curious to see what it's going to do this week. I'm curious to see how it's going to move after tomorrow. It will be a great week with gold, with NAS, with GCAD. You believe it. I see it. I have faith in this. I have faith in what's going to happen this week. We're gonna have a good week. And all the great things we're gonna do. So let's look at some news and then we're gonna get up out of here. Go ahead and let's look at some news and see what we have. Anything else going on this week besides the norm? Let's see what we have. All right, so of course we see tomorrow we have a USD bank holiday. We already knew that. And let's see, following Tuesday, of course, we have so we got some CAD news on Tuesday, red folder. We got some CAD and USD news around 7:30 a.m. on Tuesday. Oh man, JPY pairs are going to go crazy on Tuesday, red folders. Tuesday. So Tuesday is not going to be a good day either, too, for CAD, USD, especially in the morning. Let it follow through. Probably after 8:30 Central Standard Time, it will start doing some things. So on Wednesday, we got the same thing. We got 7:30 USD news red folder. So that's after 8:39, you can probably start looking at that market. And for the rest of the week, it's good. So actually, Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we definitely have some news, USD news, early in the morning, 7:30 a.m. So 7:30 Tuesday, 7:30 Wednesday. Stay away from that. To each his own, like I say. To each its own. All right. Yeah, let's see. I think that's all we really gotta look at today. Of course, I'm gonna put the links in. Of course, you guys say, I always look at investing.com, and definitely too, I definitely look at Daily Forex. This is this is a blog that I follow, and I make sure that I'm looking at these different analysis, these predictions, just to see exactly what's going on with the market. That's with all of your different pairs, just market news, everything that's going on is going to be here. This is definitely a good website to go to look at all of your weekly forecasts, just to kind of see the setup, see what they are actually saying may happen. They definitely talk about, GU pairs to focus on this week. You can see they said GU, Euro USD, USD JPY, all USD, Euro GBP, NZD USD, and GJ and USD Chef. Those are going to be, they said, the pairs to look out this week. And they're typically on point. And so one thing, when I see that they are posting up these pairs, I like to go to them. But none of the pairs over here I trade. Don't really trade any of those pairs. But if you do, I know my husband, he trades a couple of those pairs. So it's going to be a good week for I think everything. Just because we got news going on doesn't mean you can't trade. You just have to be careful about when you trade, time that you trade, because definitely when you are trading the news, you got so much volatile news. Like you got, especially red fold, you got everything coming in, and it's very you can trade on news and you can make a lot of good money. I've seen people do it, but I've also seen people get their whole account wiped out. I've tried to trade news one time, USD CAD, I can't remember, and I lost $150, and I said I never traded news again, and I never have since then. So since that day, I tried to catch a move. I caught the move, and I didn't get out of the move. And instead of me just closing out the position, I held on to it because I thought it was going, and then it just went the other way, and $150 left my account within minutes. So I don't like trading news. I'll look at it. If it's too, I usually allow the news to take place so that I can get into the trade, and then it go the way that I need it to go after all of the craziness happened. So Daily Forex, investing.com, Forex Factory, .com, making sure you're checking all your technical and your fundamental analysis, especially when you are trading, especially when you are looking at these pairs for the week. But of course, we're going to get on out of here. There is absolutely nothing else for me to look at because I'm going to focus on these pairs this week. Definitely going to, this week is very much intentional. We're going to continue to do all the things that I have to do to make sure that I am staying patient, staying consistent, and staying disciplined, and just showing up for myself and making sure I'm just doing the work. Just do the damn work and show up and just get it done. That's just point blank, period. That's all you really, that's it. Like just make sure that you show up for yourself. And you cannot do the work. So a lot of times people just say, hey, good things come to those who work for it. So that's how I look at it. And so I think we're definitely going into, it's still January. It's very early in the year. You still have plenty of time to start setting those goals for yourself this year. Definitely set major goals for myself, and we're going to see how they play out. I'm excited about it. And yeah, you guys make sure y'all, do all the things, comment, subscribe. And hey, I'm going to check y'all next week. I'll check y'all for another weekly markup. And of course, I have some more videos coming this week about gold and everything else. And so, yeah, check you guys out next week. Thank you guys for watching. It is the Mother Mother, and I am out.